All right, welcome back to part 7. My God, are we at part 7? Part 7 of the Digital Collage Photoshop streaming demo. Now, at this point, you should have checked out some of the other versions. Oh my God, Photoshop is asking me to authenticate to make sure that I'm really me. Well, of course I'm really me. Come on, Photoshop, you can do it. You can do it. I think if I close it, I'm still good. All right, welcome. I'm in Photoshop again. Let's look at our collage. Magnifying glass, fit screen. Let's take a look. Let's give myself some more room. Let's see if this works. Yay. Oops. You go this way. Yay. There we go. This way. Beautiful. Fit screen. So what have we done? Where have we left off? First of all, everyone should remember that I have a chat window open, so you can tell me anything you'd like in the chat window because, whatever. It's not just Photoshop, it's therapy. All right, so we have a bunch of our pieces done. When last we met, we fixed the horse and we fixed the tower. Both of those were pretty nice pieces. So what do we have left? Well, we've got a couple of flowers. We have some ducks, a dragon, a vase, another engraving. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're not quite done yet. I've got to decide what I'm going to work on next. Part of me wants to tackle the dragon to get it over with. Part of me wants to come up here and see what we can do with this baby. Let's take a look at up here in the corner. Yeah, I think we can do something fun here. Maybe we can finally use one of the tools that will make our lives a little bit more automated. Yeah, let's come over here and see what we've got. I like this. All right, let's come over here. Let us hide our vase. And you're like, if I hide the vase, I don't have to. We'll cut him out anyway. All right, so I keep talking about using certain selection tools to see if they're going to work for us automatically. Remember, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to click on my angel sun. Now I'm on my angel sun, and the question is, can I, for once in my life, get one of these automated tools, like the quick selection tool, to come over here and help me? Now, it's pretty large, so I want to come over here and make it smaller, and I'm just going to see if I can get the quick selection tool just to get in here. I mean, come on, you can do that. I'm going to grab the quick selection tool. I'm going to make my size smaller, 11 even a little bit smaller, 6 pixels. So the way this quick selection tool is supposed to work is if I click over here, it goes, oh, look at that. And if I click and I keep dragging, it should keep growing my selection. And it didn't. It died because obviously I don't know how to use it right. No, actually, that's not true. I use the quick selection tool all the time. But these images are very low contrast, and it's just not going to make me happy. There's no way the Magic Wand tool is going to work because it's looking for contiguous areas, and it's going to come in here and just start eating away. So I'm not worried about that. So we're going to go old school. And if you've been watching the previous hours and hours of video, you know what that means. It means I pick a spot, come in here, and start going connect the dots all the way around. And again, some of you will go directly in. Again, when I'm working with the print aesthetic, I'm not afraid of leaving a little bit of dots here and there, or not dots, but a little bit of glowing white space, because A, I can get rid of it later if I have to, and B, sometimes it looks damn cool. Like over here we're okay because there's enough thick line, but I don't want to come to a situation where I've cut on the line so closely that everything looks a little weird. All right. And the cool thing about this is that I'm in a good mood. I'm drinking my soda or pop or whatever. I don't know where the listeners are from. So if you want to jump in the chat window and debate whether it's soda or pop, I will be happy to moderate. And I'm going to come around here and keep going. No one's watching. No, I'm not worried about whether you're watching. Because you know what? When we stream both for synchronous and asynchronous. For those of you who are, for some reason, just joining us tonight, these images are all part of the Cleveland Museum of Art's Open Access Collection. That's right. They've taken a huge amount of their collection. They have put it online fully into Creative Commons Zero, also known in the business as the public domain, so you can do whatever you want with it. Unlike other places, they have done a really, really good job of making the collection very searchable, as well as giving you a lot of metadata on each of the images. But best of all, the images are high resolution, uncompressed TIFF files. You can't get nicer than that. They're putting out their sort of the master files that they have access to and said, you know what, if we're going to make something open, if we're going to put something on the internet, let's not do a half-assed job of it. And I'd like to congratulate and thank them for that as well. It's made this collage, and I'm sure it's going to make a lot of other people and their projects very, very happy. I like working with engravings. When I'm photoshopping around an engraving, I always think about the number of hours I'm spending. I'm like, oh, you're spending so many hours working on this damn cutout. And you're thinking to yourself, think about how many hours it took to do this damn engraving. I mean, this is a lot of work. And they are a lot more complex than people realize. And I always think that when I'm cutting out engravings, the more I spend looking at them, the more you sort of start, again, not just feeling for like the mastery of them, but just the patience that they would have had. Because there's not really an undo. You know, there's a lot more planning involved, and they have lasted so long and so well. And it is just, some of them are just so mystical too. And I mean, obviously I tend to like the more mystical engravings. You see a lot of angels, you see a lot of devils, you see a lot of saints, your occasional Jesus and Mary. Actually, what am I saying? There's an enormous amount of Jesus and Mary. All right, now, this is where we come around and get rid of the leg on the dirty background. Just keep following that contour. Make sure you're not too sharp with your curves. If you are, like if I'm not happy with that, I'm going to hit the backspace key so I can sort of unpeg what I've done. You know, just take your time. You got all the time in the world. This is not an assignment. No one's standing over you. You know, that's the best part about doing art, when there's no one standing over you. I'm going to come over here. Okay, so now I got that foot there. Now I can see what's going on. It's kind of weird because obviously I'm making this angel fly, but he's not flying. In the original, he's standing, so I'm kind of like moving him around. And that's going to give you that really strange sort of aspect of the foot. But that also means that when I come over here, I want to make sure that I crop him in such a way that I'm killing that he's standing. I want to get rid of that he's standing on something. But I'm coming pretty far. I mean, look, I've come pretty far around this guy in just a few minutes. So I'm going to stop right there, because I always say that when you're doing this type of work, it really is a matter of pressing your luck. You know, how far do I want to risk going before I damage anything, or I make one bad click and have to start doing, you know, damage control. And I'm going to zoom out so we can see control minus. Yeah, that's a huge amount of this drawing. And da-da-da-da, bam, there it is. Look at that. So even though there's like a little bit of like glow, it works. I mean, that's what's nice about it is if it's dust black, it'll look like way, way too cut out. So you want to make sure that everything that you're doing has a little bit of an organic feel to it. And that's really what I'm doing, is just trying to create that organic feel. I like that. Now, do I want to go this way or this way? I think I'm going to keep going around. That's the way to go from here. And let's zoom back in. Grab the magnifying glass. Say this is what I want to look at. It zooms you in. And I'll start right at the crotch. You know, it's not a bad word. People don't like the word crotch, but you know, it is an actual area. Actually, it's the name of the crotch is where the legs are meeting. But again, when you're doing a demo and when you're working on stuff, remember these are body parts. You know, if you have a problem with calves, you shouldn't be editing calves, I guess. I don't know. All right. What's nice about this is that the weaker lines become stronger lines when you include a little bit of the background in them. So if I were to be really, really close, that line would be almost invisible, because I can back up a little bit and include a little bit of the background and then carve that line. It almost like makes the line thicker, like a reinforcement, which is kind of nice. All right, let's keep going. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, how far down do I go? I'm gonna go right to the mid leg. I'm gonna come over here, and boy, that is a strange stance, isn't it? Not that that's an unusual stance, but look how just dramatic that foot is. I'm actually not there yet. It's kind of funny because you're probably looking where I tell you to look. Like I go look at the foot, but I can tell you look at the foot all you want. I'm looking at my cursor. I'm looking at where I'm clicking. So I'm really telling you not to look where I'm clicking, which is so not true. You always want to be looking where you're clicking. It's not the force. You do it by feel and rhythm, but they really do need to be watching what you're doing. And if you need to, even though you can come over here, you can hit Control plus and Control minus like you can in a web browser to zoom in and zoom out, which I'm a big fan of because people often think that once they've started into a selection tool like this, that they're locked in and they can't use any other commands, but that's not true. You can still zoom in and zoom out, which is really the only tool that I can imagine you needing right now, other than maybe panning around. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to come over here and walk around. You know, it's just a weird ankle. Like, look at that. And again, it's almost our weird heel, right? It's a very strange heel. It's not that it's hairy. It's just that it's, I don't know. It doesn't look like it has the definition. I don't think this is this angel wasn't a runner. Maybe, I don't know. All right. So now I'm going to zoom out again a little bit. I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna zoom. It's not letting me do it. Oh no! Don't worry. Backspace, backspace. I know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. There we go. Zoom in. I'm back in business. Notice I didn't panic. It's very important, by the way, that you do not panic. I tell those people all the time, don't panic. Because if you do, then you end up doing more work. If you don't panic, then you, A, recover from where you left off, and B, you get more work done. And C, there's no reason to panic. It's just, you don't want to be in that. If doing this kind of work puts you in a negative space, then you're doing it wrong. Like, you should enjoy what you're doing here. You should try to find that wonderful, mystical zen of putting this together. And not everybody does. Some people do more than others. But the reason that I actually, as a teacher, assign a project like this, doing a multi-layered, high-resolution, digital, multicultural collage type thing, is because when you're done, you stop thinking about Photoshop. And that's how you can tell things are. You know, when you grab a hammer and you're thinking about the nail and you're not thinking about the hammer, you're doing it right. Because if you're thinking about the hammer, you're in Toolville. You don't want to be in Toolville. Bam. Oh, look at that. Not quite flying with the, hey, look how flat that damn foot is. It's going to be interesting. Is there an arch there and I'm missing it? I think there's an arch and I missed it. Yeah, look at that. There's an arch and I missed it. All right, well, call me Dr. Scholl and let me come in here and start trimming it over. And I probably can get away with doing it wherever I want, but I'm going to see if I can come over here and, yeah, that was funky. I was like, it just seems so damn flat. And even this, I want to come over here and there we go. See if that looks a little bit better. And it looks a little bit better. I mean, it's still kind of weird because, again, those are kind of really flattened toes. Now, I don't know if I can get in here and trim off some of that toe without it looking weird. Let me see. You're like, why are you trimming the toes off? And the answer is, because I can. That's better than before. Yeah. And again, I'm going to leave that little bit of organic white there and a little bit of organic white there. I'm actually okay with that. And so now we're going to come over here. And now I know we're cutting out the head. Like, the sun is gone. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start right here on the arm. Now, part of me this kills because part of me wants everything to be perfect. Like, there's a huge part of my aesthetic which says, cut it all out, make it perfect, and then, you can make a decision. But, one of the reasons that I made this decision was literally so I didn't have to do that kind of work. And your best bet is, again, to do your compositional work, to do your design work, and then to go back and do your more mechanical, very fine-tuned precision work. There really are different parts of the brain. It's one of those things where you keep forgetting that when you're doing design work, when you're actually trying to create some sort of, this vision, that's really a different part of the brain with storytelling versus this, where I'm sort of in the groove of precision. If you do this right, you're not even going to pay attention to what parts you're looking at. You're just going to do what you're supposed to do. And then later on, when you start having a difficult spot, you're going to go through and do the fine-tuned decision-making process as an individual. But, right now, what I'm not thinking about in any way, shape, or form is the collage as a whole. And I don't have to. I've given myself that gift by designing it ahead of time and working it through. Again, some people are just going to go through and like they're going to take every piece, clean it up, decide where it goes. They're going to take a little bit more of an organic nature to that. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want, but then you're flipping modes a lot, and flipping modes doesn't necessarily help you. Even though this might seem a little more tedious, because again, for the past 3 videos, all I've done is, chit chat, tell jokes, and cut. It's still better to be in the groove. It's still better to be in the I am Mr. Cut and Move than to go through and say, oh, I'm going to stop and do this. Oh, I'm going to stop and do this, because mistakes happen when you sort of change brain moods. And I do that all the time, because I'm not going to say this is unskilled, because it definitely is skilled. It just uses a different part of my brain, and I want to find myself in the zone. That's what it was. Yeah. Come over here, and we realized that if you watch the other videos, how long it took to do some of those. This one's going really, really fast. Why is it going really, really fast? And it's not because it's the contrast is great, because there's actually fairly weakness in these lines. It's because the lines are really strong, solid. I mean, they're good lines, and because they're good lines, I can move around fairly quickly. Also, there's no hair, so I don't have any decision-making processes so far. Look at that. There we go. So we're going like gangbusters here. So I can keep going around. You want to see how fast I can go? Look at this. This is going to kill me. It's going to kill you too. Watch this. Bye-bye, son. Now, if you want to make sure that was right, I'm going to stick the vase back in. Oh, no, it wasn't right. It's a good thing I checked. I just don't want to be too presumptuous. I'm going to go back to my history. Here's my history. Back. All right, so that's not where I want to drop it off. So I guess I need more of my stuff. Let's take a look. Sorry about that. And let's take a look. So I'm going to turn off the vase again. I'm going to turn this off. And I realize I'm going to at least need the palm. So I'll just come over here and delete this for now. Make sure I'm on the Angel Sun layer, which I am. And the only reason I'm doing this is so that when I come over here a little bit later, when I get in tighter, I know that I've done what I need to do. So let's take a look. And there's my vase. Oh, it's going to be hard to know for sure because the vase isn't moved into place. But we know that we're going to keep this here. So I'm going to kind of click over here for a second and see what I got going for me. All right, so, get the little hand clean up there. And voila. And again, I could get in there a little bit more, but a little bit of that cutout is an aesthetic. It is sort of a choice that I've made. It reminds people that this is cut out. One of the things that you can do, which is in some way, again, it's a choice, is you make it too perfect. They don't know that you've done anything. And then they're like, so what? And that isn't necessarily what you want. Now, you're not trying to, your art is not necessarily a referendum on, your art techniques. But at the same time, that does sometimes happen a little bit. Now, kind of come up over here. For those of you who are watching, again, I have the chat window open because I finally, it's a sort of a funny thing as you go through all the evolution, not just of this. I mean, I've been doing demos for years. I just haven't been streaming them on Twitch. And so funny part is, I didn't have my drop-down menus the first time, and then I didn't have my my window set up so I can see it. So, every day I'm getting a little more of the tech in place, which will make it a little bit easier for my audiences that are watching. Or even for people that are watching after the fact. Like if you watch those first few videos, I had no idea the drop-down menus weren't showing up. What you really never saw was in the early videos, which are my test videos. Like I had a double microphone set up, which was really funny because apparently they were way out of sync. I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to hit delete and see what that looks like. And that looks amazing. I am going to take a pause for the cause. So let me zoom out real fast, see where we're at. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to say thank you for watching. I will be back in a few more minutes with another stream, and we will continue part 8 of Fine cutting this collage. All right, see you in a little bit. And again, my name's Jared Bendis. Tell your friends. Woohoo!